Mira, I don't know why she was downstairs. I thought she was in her room the whole time. Hopefully she didn't hear any of that. I didn't see her walk past, but I also wasn't looking. She's feeling a whole bunch of good moodlets, so presumably she didn't hear that she's descended from evil on both sides. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays. Welcome back to the priest generation of my medieval legacy challenge. It's the twins' birthday tomorrow. We're coming up on Jacob's birthday as well. So he'll be an adult, which it seems like it's just flown by. Now, Mira's at work and is going to get promoted today despite my best efforts. She had one of those little pop-ups and got a large performance boost. It's a Tuesday afternoon. He doesn't work until Friday. I actually want him to have a talk to his dad. I want to invite Gerard over, but I want them to try for a baby first. Oh, he's learned her woohoo interests. I would think, given they have twins, he would have figured it out already. Oh, I got another onesie on Plopsy. We actually have 2 onesies now, and they match. It's super cute. This is obviously the heirloom one, but now we have 2, so I don't have to look at the in-game onesies anymore, unless we have triplets at some point. Please, no triplets. Are you kidding me? All right, come up here. Little Bartholomew. Oh, no, we can't try for baby when there's a crying baby. I don't think either of them would do it, actually. I've had Sims in the past who would woohoo through a crying baby, but these 2 are not those Sims. So she's going to look after Bartholomew and then now try for a baby. He's back to sitting here in the little waiting area. Like, oh, I wonder if she's ready yet. Especially because Mira's out. So I feel like this is the time when they would think about woohoo. I don't want more babies, but the rules say they have to have lots of kids. So I was thinking maybe we'd get them a cat as well. You know, big old church, probably has mice, you'd expect. I'm not going to put a rat hole in, but I could. I should probably have been doing that earlier, honestly, in the challenge. Try for baby, come on. And if they have multiples again, I will be very upset. Are you gonna? Oh, yep, there they go. I guess they're going to do it twice. Since Mira's not at home, they're taking advantage. They are a young couple in love. Why did you make that noise? Maybe it's because I don't normally zoom in. That wind chimey kind of noise was weirding me out. So I wanted Jacob to have a talk to Gerard because he wants to see if he can get Gerard to spill the beans on the situation with Merle and Mira's family. Because obviously Mira asked and Gerard was evasive and Jacob knows that. So I think Jacob's going to be like, as the man of the family, I'm going to attempt to get my father to tell me what's going on. We're not going to take a pregnancy test. Obviously, that's not a thing we do in this save. Are you guys going again? Oh my God. I thought I cancelled that. So much for my whole, she wouldn't do that while the baby was crying. Apparently they would. Obviously, she's doing what a wife is meant to do. I don't think Anaya minds. I think, you know, she's clearly enjoyed herself, although that second time it wasn't satisfactory. She is pregnant though. She got promoted. We knew this was going to happen. Mira has been promoted to mentor teacher. She'll now make an additional $6 an hour for a grand total of $44. I'm going to let him have a little bit of a sleep and then at dinner time we'll invite Gerard over. So Mira's headed to bed early because she was actually tired. Although she just popped out there for a second. But yes, she's headed to bed. She's also going to grade some homework and stuff. But they all had a sit-down meal together. They were being Sims. So I didn't record that part. You know what it's like. So Gerard is now very quietly, because obviously Mira's room isn't that far away, explaining what Olive told him and Penelope told Mira about how Mel and Olive want to get betrothed to one another and Christina was blocking it. And Gerard's like, yes, I had a feeling you'd ask me about this. And Gerard is saying, look, someone in this family should know. Obviously, I'll be passing soon. And Jacob's like, no, you won't. And Gerard's like, I will, son. That is a fact of life. Out of your generation, I want somebody to understand the history of how Mira came to be with us. Now, he's then going on to explain how Cherish fell pregnant to Lord Jackson. She then tried to seduce Matthias, the current lord, who is now an elder, to try and pass off the baby as his, but when he cast her out, she then latched on to Murch. He's explaining all of this and then saying, look, when Mira grew old enough that it was obvious that it wasn't Murch's baby, she blackmailed your mother into having us take Mira in. Now, obviously, we're delighted that we did, but the reason I don't want to tell Mira about any of this is because she would be devastated, I think, to learn that she came from that kind of stock. Lord Jackson wasn't known for being a good man. The fact he was dallying with the maid is one piece of evidence of that, but there are others. And so her father and her mother, neither of them were good people. And Mira has risen above that in a way that makes me very proud, but I think it would be devastating to her to learn. Now, the reason your mother was blocking the marriage is because she didn't want Olive to move into that household, because obviously Merle will be inheriting that house ultimately. And while Cherish is living there, your mother didn't feel comfortable with Olive moving in there. And frankly, neither do I. And Jacob's asking about Penelope and the situation with her. Obviously, she's fey touched. I think that's the phrase he'd be using. Gerard is saying, yes, that's a concern, but certainly I think Merle believe it behooves a member of the knighthood to engage in charitable acts, and looking after someone like Penelope, who has an illness of the mind, is something that we should do. So that was never really the particular issue. Jacob's getting the full download, basically. Oh, we have a crying baby. Sorry, Bartholomew, I was not paying attention. Anaya, come and feed your son. Now, she is definitely pregnant, but I don't think she'd know yet. Mira, I don't know why she was downstairs. I thought she was in her room the whole time. Anyway, hopefully she didn't hear any of that. I didn't see her walk past, but I also wasn't looking. I wonder if she did. Let's see. She's feeling a whole bunch of good moodlets. So presumably she didn't hear that she's descended from evil on both sides. It's effectively what it is. Both of her parents were evil. It's a nature versus nurture argument. She has not, her being raised the way she was has offset any inherited tendency towards being evil. Not that I really think that that's a thing, but, take a brisk shower. Now, I'm dead keen to age up the toddlers in this part, or the soon-to-be toddlers in this part, so I'm going to skip ahead to tomorrow, and we'll probably age them up. Yes, we could do it during the day, because Jacob won't actually have to leave the house for work. All right, it's the next day. Mira's actually working from home today, so she's just, are you feeling okay? Oh, she's got a headache. Poor Anaya. So she's actually tutoring a student online, but I figured she's probably writing a letter to probably Matthias. Actually, no, I don't think she would. Even knowing that Jackson was her father and that Matthias is her brother, I don't think she'd tell him that she knows. I just think she'd be trying to put it behind her. Now, I've had Jacob invite Penelope over because he's been thinking about what his dad said about being charitable, and he's thinking that maybe the Watcher can save her, from her whole fey touch thing. Of course, she's yelling at him. Let's do a smooth apology. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I don't know how she'd feel. I assume Jacob would have told her that he was going to sort of try and do a spiritual counselling session with Penelope. I don't know that Mira would think. She probably thinks, something has happened to cause some kind of head trauma to Penelope when she was younger, and that's more of an explanation. Mira's thinking that maybe the solution to Penelope is giving her purpose, and that's why she's offering, would you like to come and work at the university with me? Volunteer your time to help the students. How Penelope will react to that, I don't know. Now, one of the reasons I actually wanted to do this is Jacob's pretty close to finishing Friend of the World, and he wasn't friends with Penelope yet. So I admit I had an ulterior motive, but yes, he's attempting to make a friendship with Penelope that might enable him to help her. The irony, of course, is that the only thing that will actually help Penelope is if I change that trait, and the only in-game mechanism I can see for her changing her trait is Desiree. She could do some kind of magic, I think, that would probably help Penelope, but I can't see Jacob approaching her. And he wouldn't want to admit that a spellcaster could do something that his deity could not. Of course his deity can, because the deity in the Order of the Watcher is me. And I could change her trait, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to have these guys maybe just talk a little bit. And I think Poor Anaya's on the edge of a nervous breakdown up here. I think I'm going to have her feed the baby, and then we might actually age these two both up. Now, at the point where these guys realise she's pregnant again, I think there's going to be a bit of an awkward conversation with Mira about this room. Like I talked to you guys about, I think Mira is going to probably have to move down to the basement, which is not great. All right, you heading up, bud? I don't want to age the babies up without you there. We're just going to take these onesies off because otherwise they're destroyed when you age the baby up. It's quite annoying. All right, Jacob, it's your son. You can do it. You can have the honour. Let's age up little Gabriel. He's the oldest. Yay! I'm so excited to see what they look like. I mean, toddlers, they're a bit generic anyway, right? Sure. We can go with Clingy. Oh, he's got his daddy's hair. Let's have a... I actually might wait until we're in Cass. I'm hoping she's pregnant with a girl. It'd be nice to have a girl in the house, like in this gen. Bartholomew's an angel. Another blonde. I was kind of toying with the idea of Bartholomew inheriting the priesthood. So him being an angel might be a little bit appropriate. Of course, I can't see what he looks like because he's wearing sunglasses. So let's have a look at them both and then I'll give them both a makeover. I'm very excited. So this is little Gabriel. He did have a different CCI, but I've changed it to the equivalent in this one because I'm using this for everything now. He got the blue eyes from his mum. He got his dad's hair. And then we have Bartholomew, who has his dad's eyes and his dad's hair. So, you know, poor Anaya. Her genetics have not made a very strong imprint on these kids. All right, I'm going to give them both a makeover and then I will get back to you. All right, you guys, this is little Gabriel. Now, bearing in mind he has been named as the heir to the Ward estate, I have dressed him appropriately. I thought about not dressing Bartholomew appropriately, but I don't think Anaya and Jacob would play favourites with their sons. I feel like, especially because it's an heir and a spare, I don't think they'd pick one over the other. So they're both quite dressed up little boys. But I mean, Jacob grew up being dressed up to the nines by his mum, so he probably views this as normal. So I think that's actually his hot weather gear. Let's go back to everyday. We've got lots of variations on this suit, basically, or like a long one. So I'll just quickly click through. Honestly, we're probably not going to see him in most of these outfits, but that's okay. He's a very dapper little young man. And then we have dapper little young man number 2, who is here. Now, one thing I do think they'll have to do, particularly for Gabriel, is paint a portrait or have someone paint a portrait of the boys to send to the wards. So what I was thinking is I'm obviously going to use a camera and I'll set a sepia filter on it. I have allowed photography, obviously, in this world. But yes, I think Anaya would know that her mother in particular would expect that kind of thing. So, and I expect Judith is highly likely to show up. Here, our gorgeous little beans in game. She's still doing the I just aged you up animation. Why are you sad? Oh, he's sad because he's just learned he had a brother. Buddy, you guys were in utero together. I feel like you should already have noticed. So I'm going to put the boys in the same room, given he's the heir. I do think the wards, particularly Judith, would expect that he have his own room. But I think Anaya can basically say they're twins. Well, there's a special relationship there. Depending if she's pregnant with a boy or a girl, I think Bartholomew might have to share with a younger sibling, and ultimately Gabriel will get the favoritism of getting his own room. We'll see how it goes, because obviously if she has multiples again, or if they have another pregnancy after this one, we could be in some trouble. That's okay. So I might end this part here. I know it's been a bit of a short one, but I'm actually losing my voice. So I'm going to leave it here. Oh, buddy, don't be sad. He's like, oh, I didn't want to be a twin. I'm going to go get potties and all that kind of stuff as well. And in the next part, I think it'll be Jacob's birthday, which, you know, that's a whole thing. Let me know what you think of the situation with Penelope. Jacob is going to tell Mira what Gerard told him, because I think he has more understanding of Mira's resilience than Gerard does. Ultimately, the solution to this problem is if Olive and Mel wait a little bit and Cherish dies, they'll be fine. Gerard's not going to block it. The main reason is Cherish. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.